In the regions of Azuma representing the 4 seasons, you hunt giant kimonos that are integrated with the power of nature. These monsters stand out not only for their size, but also for their abilities that change the environment. During battle, you can use ancient technologies called karakuri to set traps, create defense mechanisms, and turn the battlefield to your advantage. The strategic use of these structures makes each hunt even more exciting. In addition, you can strengthen your character by crafting new weapons and armor with the materials you collect. You can join these challenging hunts alone, or with up to 3 friends, and restore the balance of Azuma. Wild Hearts S will be released for Nintendo Switch 2 on July 25, 2025. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment has been announced as one of the special winter releases for Switch 2. Developed in collaboration with Koei Tecmo and Nintendo, the game details the imprisoning war era mentioned in Tears of the Kingdom. Players will experience Princess Zelda's journey into the past as she fights against Ganondorf's armies alongside King Rauru and Queen Sonia. The gameplay, like previous games in the series, is based on hack-and-slash mechanics, which involve fighting against hordes of enemies in large areas. However, this time, character-specific abilities such as Zelda's magic abilities, Rauru's spear-sword combo, and Mineru's mechanical armor are highlighted. In addition, some levels feature exploration-focused sequences with classic third-person camera angles. The dark side of the underworld is taking shape this time under the leadership of Melinoa. Hades 2 brings together mythological elements with a modern roguelike structure, calling the player back to the depths of hell. The fight against Kronos, the god of time, is woven with a narrative that deepens with each run. The combat system is fast, hard, and rhythmic. The powers granted by the gods transform each encounter into a completely different strategy. The visual style creates an impressive atmosphere with details bearing the signature of Supergiant Games, while the music keeps the tension at its peak. With the improved performance of the Switch 2, the game looks both fluid and eye-catching. When the tempo of the action and the depth of the narrative come together, Hades 2 manages to be one of the strongest representatives of the genre. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition combines the main game and the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion into one package. Known for its open-world structure, rewarding area exploration, and challenging enemies, the game offers more content with this version. It expands the experience with new areas, improved boss fights, and additional equipment options. The combat system remains the same as before, but with more flexibility between magic and melee combat. The choice-based progression structure is still the basis of the game. The map works like a puzzle that gradually unfolds. Optimized specifically for Switch 2, this version reintroduces a large world to a portable structure. In this game developed specifically for Switch 2, players compete on large maps that they can freely explore instead of classic tracks. Competition is getting fiercer with innovations such as 24-person online modes and the elimination-based knockout tour. Dynamics such as off-road driving, water races, and sliding on rail systems add movement to the game. Customization options are also quite extensive with more than 40 characters and alternative costumes. Thanks to advanced Joy-Con technology, the driving sensation becomes clearer and more responsive. Mario Kart World comes with an open-world structure that takes the series to a whole new level. Mio and Zoe's universes merge with new mechanics in each episode. One moment you're flying on Dragonback, the next you're fighting enemies with laser swords. The sections called side stories continue through unfinished stories from the characters' pasts and introduce different rules to the gameplay. Two-player play is mandatory, but it's possible to play with a single copy with the Friends Pass system. The version developed for Switch 2 comes with cross-platform support. With this game, Hazelight Studios offers the co-op experience in a creative and layered way. Offering a calm and exploratory journey, Littlelands focuses on a colorful adventure set on a small island. At the center of the game is establishing a life intertwined with nature and discovering the secrets of the island. As you progress through daily activities such as fishing, collecting blackberries, and completing small tasks, it becomes possible to reach deeper areas over time. The dialogues are short, but allow you to bond with the characters. Simple clashes with small enemies also break the monotony of gameplay. Offering a calm but striking structure for those who love to explore, the game is among the productions planned to be released for Switch 2. Cloudstrife's fight against Shinra is revived with modern graphics and a completely revamped battle system. The system, which combines real-time action with classic menu-based commands, emphasizes tactical decisions. Episode Intermission, starring Yuffie, both increases character depth and expands the universe. Atmospheric lighting, environmental details, and music provide a strong connection to the game world. Thanks to the technical capacity of the Switch 2, you can experience this with impressive visuals without any performance degradation. An unforgettable option for both nostalgia lovers and those interested in new generation action. This production will be one of the strongest examples of the JRPG experience on the Switch 2.
Get wrecked!
Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition brings together the main game, the Phantom Liberty expansion, and all the mechanical improvements from updates 2.0 and 2.1. Highlights of this edition include a revamped ability system, vehicle-mounted combat, subway transportation, and smarter enemy AI. All of this content is available as a physical cartridge or digital download. The city structure remains dense. Every street is a different threat, every mission a new dead end. The visual details and technical structure have been optimized for Switch 2 hardware. Donkey Kong returns to the 3D platforming world after a long hiatus. Donkey Kong Bananza brings the classic character to vast levels full of destructible environments. Developed specifically for Switch 2, this game raises the bar technically with higher resolution textures and fluid animations compared to previous games. It creates a seamless transition between underground areas, open areas full of enemies, and environmental puzzles. The movement system highlights Donkey Kong's physical strength. Every hit, every break reveals a new detail in the game world. The pace of the action never slows down, and interaction with the environment is constantly kept alive. This experience, which combines nostalgia with innovation, is extremely remarkable for platform lovers. The journey of 4 heroes to recover the elemental crystals is shaped by turn-based battles and a rich class system. Brave and default mechanics add a strategic layer to the turn order, leaving it up to the player to take risks or retreat to the defense. Expansive maps, detailed character art, and atmospheric music make this world more vivid. More than 20 job classes open up space for different playstyles and character development. This visually renewed version especially stands out in the battle animations and cutscenes. It creates a solid entry point for both series loyalists and those who are new to the series. The Switch 2 brings enhanced versions of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. These versions are technically remastered with higher resolutions, HDR support, and improved loading times. The visuals are sharper, frame rates are more stable, and map transitions are noticeably faster. It also adds a new save slot and a system for tracking in-game achievements via the mobile app. The physical editions will be reprinted, but existing users will have the option to upgrade digitally for $9.99. The upgrade will be free for expansion pack subscribers. Both games have been optimized to run on the Switch 2's hardware. The new versions significantly update the previous experience in terms of technical performance, but not content. Kunitsu-Gami brings together the calmness of the day and the chaos of the night with its mystical atmosphere. At the center of the game is not only the fight, but also a strategic structure where every step must be considered. The bond established with the villagers, the roles given, the paths chosen, all of them work as preparations for the spiritual beings that will appear before you when night falls. In this world created with the RE engine, traditional Japanese aesthetics combine with modern game mechanics. It offers a journey where the supernatural and reality are intertwined, but this path is walked alone. It is expected that this structure will reach a wider audience with the Switch 2 version. This story, set on the edge of two worlds, rewrites the familiar rules. The team formed by Chris, Susie, and Ralsei tries to prevent the balance from being disrupted in a dark world. Violence is not mandatory in the fights. It is possible to progress by talking, forgiving, or completely ignoring. Although the map structure seems linear, each choice pulls the narrative in a different direction. The character designs are simple, but each have their own unique behaviors. The music works as a powerful tool to emotionally support the scene transitions. This 4-episode package, together with the exclusive content for Switch 2, constitutes the most comprehensive version of Deltarune to date. The style of the game flows in systematic chaos, leaving no room for anything familiar. Hornet, who emerged from the shadow of the first game, begins his own journey this time. Silksong opens up to explore the dark layers of Farloom with steeper slopes, faster combat, and more complex areas. Movements are now more agile, enemy patterns are sharper, and reflexes are higher. With over 165 new enemies, each encounter requires a different level of attention. The main progression between gathering, hunting, and aid missions works like a puzzle that opens up area by area. This game, which will also be released on Switch 2, offers an experience that balances difficulty and curiosity for both loyal followers and first-timers. In the city, which is undergoing a modern reconstruction process, it is possible to roam freely in areas filled with both people and Pokémon. The Mega Evolution system returns and battles become more strategic. Z-A Royale tournaments that start at night add a dynamic sense of competition to the game. The turn-based system is replaced by a freer and more interactive battle structure, while the relationship established with the environment feels more organic. This production, which promises a new generation Pokémon experience, will be one of the first Pokémon games developed for Switch 2. The mission locations change, but the principle remains the same: silence, planning, and single shots. It opens Agent 47's global assassination file. Each mission progresses with large maps, multiple approaches, and tactics, such as disguise. The freedom given to the player offers the chance to eliminate the same target with different methods. Freelancer mode forces a new plan each time with random missions. While the visuals and atmosphere maintain the classic Hitman line, balance and simplicity are at the forefront of gameplay. With the planned version for Switch 2, this systematic assassination structure is preparing to be adapted to the next generation of portability. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond stands out as one of the first major Nintendo productions to be optimized specifically for the Switch 2. The game offers two different graphic modes. One focuses on higher resolution and visual quality, while the other emphasizes frame rate performance. It can be played in docked mode with options such as 4K 60 FPS or 1080p 120 FPS. In portable mode, a smooth experience is offered at 1080p or 720p resolution with HDR support. The Joy-Con 2 controllers are supported by a mouse-like function for more precise aiming. Technically, it aims to be a big leap forward compared to previous Switch versions in terms of both visual quality and gameplay comfort. This new version, planned to be released in 2025, will be one of the games that will showcase the hardware power of the Switch 2. Gloomy streets, foggy streetlights, and a sense of threat around every corner. Characters called Bloodsworn are fighting fiercely for first blood, a dark ritual power. With a PvPvE structure that supports up to 8 people, it is necessary to stay alert to both other players and environmental threats. Each character has their own unique skills, but the development system is based on customizations made through blood rather than traditional leveling. Although it bears traces of Bloodborne in terms of structure, it creates its own identity with its competitive multiplayer form. Map designs are based on narrow passages, abandoned squares, and conflict points. Developed exclusively for Switch 2, this game brings a different approach to dark-themed action.
The moon tears will flow for one. And one.
Survival Kids puts the player in a struggle for survival, not on an ordinary island, but in a vibrant and ever-changing environment. Each child is stranded in a different area, and the challenges they face are completely different. Exploration, resource collection, tool-making, and environmental interaction form the basis of the game. It stands out with its ability to be played both alone and with up to 4 players. Each area has its own biomes, dangers, and puzzles. Survival Kids will be developed specifically for Switch 2.